Whether you're buying or selling a home, the last thing that you want is a closing delay. You want everything to go as smoothly as possible and as scheduled. Here are the top 4 reasons we see closing delays and how to avoid them. The first reason is the agreed upon requests for repairs are not completed on time. As a seller, make sure that you have all of the agreed upon requests for repairs completed prior to closing and in enough time to allow the buyer to inspect the property again before closing. Make sure to save all of your receipts, forward all of your receipts to the closing coordinator so that she can get those to the appropriate parties prior to closing. As a buyer, you want to be aware of the terms that are spelled out in your contract and your inspection with regards to your request for repairs. Only ask for items that would fall within that realm and things that are most important to you. Also, make sure that at your final walkthrough, you do go through and check those items to make sure they have been completed prior to closing. The second reason we commonly see for a closing delay is the fact that lenders, buyers, sellers, other parties associated with the transaction tend to drag their feet. Make sure to stay aware that anytime your lender or other pertinent party to the transaction requests documents, information, etc., that you do get those to them in a quick and timely fashion to keep everything scheduled and on track. The third reason we see for many closing delays is setting unrealistic closing dates. Make sure you double check with your lender to make sure that if you put a 30-day close, you are able to close in 30 days. Many loan types do take longer, so we want to make sure we're setting the correct expectations for all the parties up front. Make sure that you don't go on vacation during this time. You don't want to be out of pocket where you can't go by the home or get the necessary documents to each party that are needed in order to keep closing on schedule. The fourth and last reason we see a lot of closing delays is appraisal issues. As a seller, we're kind of under the impression that once we get past the request for repairs, we're through negotiating, and we're not. The appraisal is just another part of negotiating. So we may have our agreed upon requests for repairs, but yet the appraisal may flag additional items to be completed. Now, as a buyer, we do recommend that you go ahead and order your appraisal prior to having an agreed upon request for repairs. We want to make sure that we keep everything on track, so while we're negotiating your request for repairs, we can also be waiting for your appraisal to be done. If we wait until we have that agreed upon request for repairs and the appraisers are backed up, it'll most likely delay your closing. Whether you're buying or selling, we here at Matt Curtis Real Estate want to help you every step of the way. We want to get you to a smooth closing and on time. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 256-333-MOVE or visit our website at mattcurtisrealestate.com.